Yeah. So faculty can get a lot of benefit. So of course, what we want to say, this course completely we want to deliver. We are not expecting you to deliver. You can be active participant. You can help us to create assignments, solve your students. You become, much acquainted with the industry, modern tools and all. But we want to do all this course offering by our own. Go further. Go further. These are details of the AI tutor. They all know AI powered. So later they'll go through next. Now this is very important slide. I request all of you to pay attention and later you go through. See, whenever I make a notes during weekends, when I go through these TED talks, when I listen from industry experts and all, I keep sharing with my circle, like whom all you join now is my circle. So if you go through this YouTube video at 11:35 minutes, he talks about something very important in learning. This is what usually missing in our training system and coaching system. You learn something. Okay, what is it you learn? For example, let us say you learn how to design a rectifier for AC to DC. Whatever you learn, the next step you have to, so that is the input. See, if a person, if you treat an individual brain as that learning is an input. Now output, as on today, the only output is whatever you learn, that you keep it there. But that is not the way. I don't have time to go in detail. So this author, whomever is giving in the TED talks, he talks about you have to reflect. Okay, so whatever you learned, you have to reflect. What do you mean by reflect? Maybe I would say apply in the way. Okay, let's say for example, you learned about capacitor all characteristics. You should become capable to read a capacitor data sheet. That is what basically apply. Implement the capacitor data sheet, reading your knowledge, go through an analog devices reference design, take one capacitor there and try to find out alternative capacitor. That is implement. Okay, now share it means whatever you train your students, do paper presentation, do seminar presentation, explain what you have done, write a report, make assignment summary, generate a document, okay, in a structured format, industry accept. That is called share. So this is what is a complete learning cycle. And with this industry courses, we want people to practice. Okay, can you go next slide? Okay, so immediate application, how to better than that, we must apply the aspects deeply. Yeah, that is the same continuation of the previous slide. Yeah, go next please. Now this is what I mentioned, think about the student projects. Don't ask them to, even though it is complicated buying, what is the value addition he is getting, even though it is simple, doing with the hands is the most important. For the purpose of, if let us say college management or college chairman or somebody, external person comes, you can always ask ChatGPT some extra stuff. Let them do at the heart of the project whatever they want to implement. Some fancy step to convince others, always ChatGPT or some simulation, something can help you to give a polished outlook. But involvement in the project work is the only skill that can give them lifelong benefit. Okay, next. So industry R&D, that is a skill course. Okay, these two go hand in hand. Yeah. So means if you are participating in skill course, you naturally become industry R&D, because same industry tools only we want to train and coach you. Okay, further. Yeah, this already I mentioned, so I want to skip. You learn a lot of things. You get extended benefits to faculty. You can write research projects. You can do a lot of other projects and all. You can directly take pride in working in nation building and institutional benefits and all. You get it. Branding, your college gets a good college down the line. Placements you give, students are lifelong. They'll remember, sir, whatever you taught actually is given me a strong career now. That's what actually somebody looks at, right? Recently when my professor met at Analog Devices conference, Dr. Srihar Rao garu from NIT Warangal. So he saw me. I was in the panel discussion. The moment when I met at tea break, the first thing I told Mr. Raju, I'm quite happy to see sitting with all the Indian and analog devices country managers, international Asia managers and all. I was in the panel discussion. So ultimately, for a student, the faculty becomes a role model, because he is the one who has shown this, the lifelong survival skills. So you should reach that level. That is what GyanNidhi and UTS wants. Yeah, further. So this is natural for the benefits to students. Go further. Okay, benefits to institute and industry. It's a maybe repetition of the same. Can you go next, please? Okay, this is a summary. So yeah, we want, I think, some feedback form they want to give, some MOU format. I want to floor to open for question answers. I'm sorry, I stretched myself 20 minutes beyond the stipulated period of time.